Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Out here just trying to get it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I think I messed it up because I wasn't supposed to do it like this. It was supposed to be me showing y'all the stuff, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it from my tablet. Okay. Let's get into it, okay? There's a lot going on, all right? So let's get into it. So now the parents is out here talking crazy. R. Kelly trying to get an appeal for the case out New York. He's going through a case right now in Chicago. We all know how that went. We all know the evidence wasn't all legit. We all know they taking just one person down. No, they need to take all them motherfuckers. The people that was around it, the parents, like and the father. I just feel like if y'all watch my last live, I just feel like the father. You keep saying they controlling your daughter. This man been locked up for 2 years. You say in multiple interviews that your daughter had a phone. If your daughter had a phone, she was able to contact you. How is this all on Robert Sylvester Kelly? How? The parents knew exactly what they was doing. Let me get into this damn video that I'm about to let y'all listen to because I thought I was gonna let y'all see it, but I see I must have didn't hook it up right. Okay, I'm just learning. Get with me, yo. Get with me. But I just feel like ain't nobody really talking about what's going on, and I feel like they were so hyped to make the evidence all about Robert, all about R. Kelly, all about R. Kelly, all about R. Kelly. When in reality, no, this shit should have been the parents too. The parents should have been involved with that stuff too. The parents should have been the one going down too. They need to get some time put on it, cause ain't no way in hell you as a parent don't know that your daughter is messing with an older fucking guy. All of us that know that grew up in the fucking hood, these people was literally leaving school to deal with old heads. We gonna be real. We gonna speak facts on it. Yeah, they was perverts for coming to the school getting them, but you got some hot in the ass pants girls that will go out and don't care to be on that type time. Then you got the parents. Then you got the parents that just make it seem like they ain't do no wrong in this. Bitch, that's your child. How is you ain't do no wrong and he don't blame for everything? But you saying in the interviews that he is controlling your child, but he been locked up for 2, 3 years now. Who's controlling your child? Ezra left. Didn't Ezra leave? So I'm a little bit discombobulated with that. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to this goddamn Savage. Now he's out. Now he's out doing interviews. And I like this. Well, basically, I just heard of this channel, and they've been out for a while. It says the Couples Hour Show. We're gonna listen to what he was saying on here. That I feel like it just does not make no sense. I will let y'all see it, but like I said, I didn't hook it up right, so it ain't no. It's just a listen, okay? Just a listen. But they made some. They said some viable questions. They said a lot of questions that, as a parent, as a person, as a mother, as a father, you will ask a person that's going through something like that. Like, why would you? Why do you think that that was okay? They said a lot of valuable points. And as we listen, I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna talk to y'all in the midst of it. Okay, it's just crazy. It's too much. It's too much. Let's start. We can start off with that one right there. We're gonna start off with it. Give me a second. Make sure my volume up. I should have put on my thing. My microphone. That's what I should have plugged it. My thing microphone. I just need y'all to listen to this man and him get irritated at these people. Like these people is the one in the wrong. I started to hold on.
Yeah. Give us a moment, y'all. It will be a pleasure.
But the thing is here, my wife and my daughter was at the J Savage collection, and it's getting a double. That's where I'm gonna have to take the headset off. Okay. My wife and my daughter was at J Savage collection, and a young lady had came into the store, and she was just overhearing my daughter sing. She heard the music on the intercom because at the store Old National we always play, R&B or whatever. So my daughter wanted to put in her CD. So she had what we call an EP. And the young lady said, "Oh, I may introduce you to someone." We're like, "Okay." And she said, and I wasn't at the store. I was at the Buckhead store. And she said, "Maybe I introduce y'all to someone." So she said, "I'll come back and holler at you and let you know." So she came back and she introduced us to a young man named KG. And KG came in, which was a manager, not just for R. Kelly, but he was for Frankie Beverly and Mays and some other acts. So he was a road manager. So he said, "Yeah, I like what I hear. I listened to the EP. The girls even performed for him at our store." So he said, "I may have Sony may be interested in it, but at the same time, they want somebody that can write for us." I said, "Well, okay, that's fine." So he led to the situation to tell us that R. Kelly would be writing for her, basically, right? So at that point in time, we went. He said, "I got some tickets to the Funk Fest show here in Atlanta, Georgia." So they end up calling me one day. He said, "I got some tickets." We went there, met him at the hotel where he was staying at. And he told me, he said, "Man, the Funk Fest tickets." I said, "Do you have any more tickets besides the two that you have for my daughter?" He said, "No, we only have two. So I'm going to, I can take them." I said, "Okay." It was around I would say about 11 o'clock or so when we got there, right?
That's coming from the manager.
Yes, it's on. What you say?
So that was coming from the manager. He gave you all the tickets and everything once I got to the hotel.
Right.
Okay.
So,
okay.
He gave me the tickets, and I'm taking his earpiece back and forth because it's a doubling.
Okay.
So he gave me the tickets, right? And the girls went with him. He said, "No, I'll take them." So they went on ahead and got on. I said, "Look, man, let me tell you real clear. Let's be clear about this. These are my two girls. I need you to watch over them." He said, "Savage, I got you. No worries." Because they was just not going to see R. Kelly or anybody like that. They had MJG, 8 Ball, and some other acts that was there. So they want to see how a performance is put on at the show. So when the show was over with, and they came walking out the back from the stage, some young guy around their age, which is known now to be called nephew, hand Jocelyn, I think he hand Jocelyn or Jalen.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here trying to do stuff at the same time. I have to wait to do that now.
He hand Jocelyn or Jalen a number. And I guess she thought the young guy was trying to talk to them, right? Mm-hmm. So they looked at the number and said, "This young guy gave me a number, blah, blah, blah." And they was headed to the car because KG was bringing them back to, come back to the hotel where I can pick them up. But they was going to get something to eat because it was, Waffle House everywhere here, right?
Yeah,
So he said when they got in the car, the first thing he said was, "Did y'all get the number?" Think about what just expired, just what just happened right there. He asked them, "Did y'all get the number?" So he was in on that, which we as the parents did not know. This is how a predator moves. So he have gave them the number. KG knew about it. The girls didn't even know who number it was. He said, "Did y'all get a number?" She said, "Yeah, we got a number." She said, "It's R. Kelly's number." So think about that for a second.
No, no, we're gonna think about that for a fucking second. Y'all probably got that number and they said it was our Kelly number and y'all just felt like, oh, y'all made it. That's what I really do feel like. Ain't no way in hell. Come on, like let's be for real with this shit, man. Take these fucking parents down. Hashtag get the parents, okay? That's me.
How old was she at the time?
Jocelyn was 18 at the time. I think she was turning 19, but she was 18 at the time. My other daughter was like 15 or so.
Okay.
So they went to the Waffle House.
Let me keep it
from there.
Child.
And he asked Jalen how old she was. That's which is my middle daughter. And then he asked Jocelyn how old she was. So at the Waffle House, why are you asking these girls what their ages are? And which we already discussed this before. You follow me? So he knew somewhat of these girls' ages.
But then we're gonna get back to a part where you basically saying it's just weird as hell. It's just weird as hell. It's weird as hell because if you felt like that, that was way before a motherfucking time where she was dealing with him, she was going with him, she was being with him. That was before the time. This is the time y'all saying y'all basically just meeting him. So if you realize that, how the fuck you kept pursuing the situation? Y'all basically thought that y'all made it because y'all sit there and y'all was inside the midst of the situation and y'all just seen in '08 he was just going to court for doing urine on a damn child. Y'all just seen that. But y'all felt like, oh, that was the goal right there. Y'all was good. No, baby. Y'all was not good at all. And that's the issue that I'm having right now because it's like they making it it's just all on him. No, it's not just all on him. It's on their asses too. Like it ain't no way in hell that you like. Come on, it's not no way in hell, y'all. Like it can't be because like how the hell was they still able to be in contact with him if y'all realize what was going on right there? You sat here and said, oh, he was in on it too. You thought about that way before she started being with him and being around him, or probably before they even started doing anything. We ain't even going to take that as a kicker. We're going to take as a kicker of he was just in court years prior to that. But they looked at it like a meal ticket. And once they realized they wasn't getting a meal ticket and she just stayed with his ass, that's why they start trying to take him down as a predator. Like, come on, man. Let's get it together, man. Let's get it together. Let's make it right. Let's make it to a point where we doing both parts, not just one. I'm not saying don't lock him up. You got me fucked up. No, I got kids my damn self. I understand what's going on. But no, as a parent, you have to take responsibility for the shit that you did not do with your kid. You have to. Ain't no way in hell. So you sitting here basically saying just because they gave you the number and you want to have your kids, have your child be a big artist or an artist or whatever you was basically going to him for, because I didn't hear no singing or nothing yet. We heard Azrael. We see the new body that he got for Azrael. Go to her page, check it out. She don't seem like a victim to me. She seemed like she's living her life, her best life, and ain't shit else to it. And how is Jocelyn still caged up if she was able to leave? That's bullshit. Cause the same way they saying that they was able to talk to Jocelyn, they was in. Come on, we about to finish listening to this, y'all. I'm sorry. I was just trying to do something in the midst of me trying to get all this done at the same time, and I'm trying to talk in the midst of me listening to the video. But it's just too much, and then I see ain't nobody really saying too much about the parents' part in it. I feel like there's a lot of normal people out there like me that understand. Like, no, ain't no way in hell, ain't no way in hell, dog. Like, real, come on, man, ain't no way. I'm about to finish it off, y'all. I'm sorry. I just need to finish doing all this and taking my video. I don't know why they lock my video every time I go live. It's like they just lock their shit.
Focused on Jocelyn for some reason. I don't know how they came about, but he focused on Jocelyn. So at that time, they came back. They called me and said, "Hey, Daddy, is late." It was around about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I said, "Look," I said,
At 15, 14, dog, I wasn't even able to leave from in front of the door after motherfucking 8 o'clock. Once them lights came on. No, man, you're not gonna blame this man for everything that y'all was supposed to have did with this man.
"Go come pick y'all up."
No.
He said, "No, man, they good. I get them room. They good." I said, "Y'all sure y'all good?" He said, "Yeah, we good, Daddy. We're fine. No worries." Blah blah blah. I said, "I'll be there," because it takes about 45 minutes from where I stay to get there, right? So, 2 hours later, I was there at the hotel to pick them up. So when I got there to pick them up, they had their own room. Everything was good. KG said, "Oh man, I slept in the other room, and the girls had their own room." I said, "That's cool, bro." I said, "No worries." So I picked the girls up. We went back to the house, and they said, "We got a number." I said, "Where y'all got a number from?" So we got Acquittal number. I said, "Look, you give that number to your mother, and your mother, I don't want you calling this man. Y'all don't do nothing because you know how performances are." I said, "Give the number to your mother." My wife ended up calling the number. Shira Mack ended up setting arrangements for them to come out to the show that was on the West Coast. So everything was professionally done.
You all hear
And
what this man said?
that a young lady said, Sharon Wimbush said something that was
You was
crazy. She said,
you was already sitting back peeping the little shit that you saying that was going on. Dog, I was in a store. I'm gonna give a coincidence. I was in a store yesterday, a corner store around my neighborhood. And I just felt like it was a guy that was in there that just was weird as hell. My kids just getting out of school. His kids just getting out of school. So it was a bunch of kids. And I just felt like he just was staring at the kids hard as hell. So now my eyes is directly on him and mine and all the little girls that's in the store. It's like, how you not pay attention to your child and the surroundings of your child? Y'all just felt like that was a meal ticket, dog. It was a meal ticket for them.
my wife, now how you gonna speak for my wife? My wife was left alone in the room with R. Kelly for 2 hours. And my wife never left her side, which my daughter and my wife was always in the same room at the same time all the time.
I believe his wife was banging Robert. Allegedly. They say that allegedly don't work all the time, but I'ma say it. She was banging him, and she looked like that was a meal ticket for her. Cause if you keep listening to this, and then I'm gonna come back.
See, this is where YouTubers get it mixed up. See, if you really want to know the truth, just ask me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't have.
Ask you just for all the blame to be on R. Kelly. For all the blame to be on R. Kelly, and not that y'all played the part in this. But guess what? They're gonna be asking some valuable questions. They about to start really asking some questions that, as a mother, as a parent, you would ask. Shout outs to the couples hour. They platform. That's who we listen to it off. Okay? And like, share, and subscribe to mine. Just out here trying to get it, okay? Just out here trying to get them numbers, you hear me? Okay? But this right here, I remember watching this all play out, and I remember having my feeling about the whole situation. Yes, I still listen to some R. Kelly. If that bitch come on, I'm gonna listen to it. If I think of a song R. Kelly, and I'm going to listen to it. It sound crazy. You want to take, man? Come on with the bullshit. You should have watched your fucking kids, okay? Watch your fucking kids and know who the fuck is around your kids.
I have no way of hiding something.
But
Whether
you
it's
know,
good or bad, I'm gonna give you the real.
can I ask one? But people that's looking from the outside looking in, they probably, it's not gonna be the whole truth what we see. So everybody had their opinions or they thoughts about what's going on
Fact.
just from looking from the outside. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask you why have you. You didn't think because I heard you was like they was taken to the show and stuff like that. You picked them up at the hotel.
Right.
Why you didn't chaperone them to the show and chaperone them back?
See, that's the questions that I said. They asked them some good ass fucking questions. Because first, that's one of the questions that I'm really saying. They asked them some reasonable ass questions. You could tell they don't know him like that, and they just asking questions because they're a fucking parent and they concerned too.
Or that's how the process was as far as meeting him.
I'm glad you asked it. Remember I told you he only had 2 tickets. I asked him, did he have a third ticket? He didn't have a third ticket. So I don't have a third ticket. But see, this all, you have to look at it as, brother, this is where the predator makes his moves. Because when you ask somebody, do they have a third ticket? No. At the end of the day, he might have had a third ticket. He's trying to set the stage for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You follow me? Because if I remember what I told you earlier, when the girls got in the car, he asked them, did they have the number?
Right.
You follow me? So as a parent, I'm trusting in him to do the right thing. Was it the right thing? Now, no, it wasn't. But at the end of the day, these are the things that happen. And this is how predators prey on people. Because a predator knows his every move, how to attack. It's just like a lion in the wilderness. They know how and when to attack which one that he thinks is weak. But at the end of the day, he picked the wrong parents to mess with.
So do you feel that, the media that you've been, sharing your stories with, do you feel like they only putting out what they want to put out because we giving you the opportunity to tell us like how it is, you know what I mean? Tell you your honest truth.
Right.
Do you feel like they be blocking that from y'all and put out what they want to put out that only stir up the media?
Absolutely, brother. Let me tell you, we have not did any social media at all. They'll say, oh, Tim and Jonathan is a part of this. It's Tim and Jonathan doing this. Man, we've been laying low. The reason why we've been laying low, we even laid low when they was actually, we had all type of networks calling us, wanting to do, come on their shows and do this. And we said no. Because at the end of the day, this is our daughter. She may be fragile. We don't know her state of mind. We don't know nothing that's going on with her. So the best thing for us as parents is to be quiet and try to figure out how we can help our daughter. Not go on TV, not go here, not go on there. In the beginning, we had no choice but to go on TMZ. We had no choice but to go on major networks because he wasn't allowing us to talk to her. I had one opportunity. I never met the man, by the way. Never met R. Kelly, not one time. I had one call.
Listen to what he said, y'all. Listen to what he said. He said they did not have no way to talk to her. Keep that in mind while y'all still listening to the conversation, okay? Keep that one right there in mind.
Conversation with this man over the phone after all this had occurred. You know what he told me? He said, man, I wanted you to come up to Scott. I said, let me tell you something, bro. I cut him short real quick. I said, man, where's my daughter at? I said, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. Where's my daughter? And he was like, man, I really wanted you to come. I said, look, I don't want to hear all that, bro. I said, where's my daughter? And he said, oh, you get a little hood up. I said, let me tell you something. It ain't about being hood. I want to know where my daughter's at, man. This ain't about somebody being hood or gangster. I'm about my kid at this point. Where is my daughter? And the exact thing what he told me, he said, you'll never see your daughter. And hung up the phone. I said, your ass will be in jail for the rest of your life. I guarantee you that. And that's real talk. That's word for word what happened.
So
That's the only time I talked to Mr. Kelly. And I call him Mr. Kelly because it's strictly business at this point. He needs to stay in jail forever for what he's done to these boys.
It's strictly business at this point. It's strictly business at this point. Keep that in mind, and keep in mind that he was not able to talk to his daughter.
These little girls, these young men and women. He's a predator. 12 jurors found him guilty. Not Tim Savage. 12 jurors.
From the public view, not from the facts. They did not go off of facts. They went off of public view. Come on, man.
That never met him before. They saw the facts, not the opinions.
No,
And
they
that's
didn't.
the key
The public
behind it.
facts.
They didn't say,
They didn't
oh,
see
well,
the real facts of the
They
story.
saw all the facts. Both parties had to lay their plan out to say, hey, here's our story, here are the facts, here are the things, the evidence I'm putting in front of you. Now, you tell me, is he guilty or not? 12 jurors found him guilty on all counts.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Joycelyn met him in 2015, you said?
No, she didn't meet him. I want to say...
She about to come with the question, baby. I know she about to come with the question. I know.
It could have been 2015. It could have been 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Let me tell you how I don't know because of that. Because when Joycelyn was out here, as far as our knowledge, we didn't know. Yeah.
How was she out here and you did not know? Because the mama was with it too. And him and the mama might have not been together. Or they was together, but they both was doing them. That's what it seemed like. And the mama said, gold ticket, let me get my daughter this.
Funk Fest was 2015. But when we talk, my wife is trying to come on the show.
His wife don't play no games. Watch my other video. She funny as hell and out of pocket with it too.
I'm telling you that.
Well, let her join.
That's why I'm confused on why he didn't let her get on.
When she met him, right?
Because she need to be in it too.
We told Joycelyn she was supposed to be going to college, trying to get her things together. She was supposed to be going to Georgia State, up there to be with a friend. At the same time, she wasn't doing all that. She was sneaking off, going to try to meet this guy.
So that was afterwards. The number was given to her. They were like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely correct. And that was in the year between 2015 and 2016.
But I wanted to
After the 08 trial. Keep that in mind.
say, okay, as a parent, because we have 4 kids together.
yes.
So I want to say,
girls, 2 boys.
yes, she met in 2015, and then back in 2008, I think it was, R. Kelly.
2000 what?
2008. R. Kelly.
She didn't never meet him in 2008.
No. In 2008, he was accused of urinating on the minor.
Right.
So, as parents, knowing that, why did y'all still allow your daughter to even go to a concert with him, like
Hold
have
up.
Dylan?
Remember what you just said.
See?
I allowed him to go to the concert with him. This is Funk Fest. This is more than just R. Kelly there. This is multiple. It's over 10,000 people there.
Which that's facts. But no, this still coming off of the fact that they passed off the number. That's why y'all went. Because y'all felt like that y'all already had an end goal to be able to get in it. No. That's why the mama should be over here too, because she should be talking about exactly what the hell we talking about too.
Okay, I can say if I allowed him to go meet R. Kelly one-on-one, that's different. But when you got 10,000 people there and you got over 10 artists there, that's not allowing her to go meet R. Kelly. That's allowing young lady.
That was the main objective. That's how she got the tickets, correct?
Right.
How she got the tickets.
Oh my God, I love this couple. I love them, okay? Because it seemed like they is talking the same thing that I'm saying. The same thing that I'm saying. Oh my God, I fucks with them.
Gals, to go, go back to my words, what I said. When she got the tickets, she was there to see a performance and see how performers were big acts. Because remember, I told you she's actually performed with Yin Yang Twins. She's also performed with Jumbo on the Track, but she's never seen a venue where it holds 10 to 15,000 people. So that was the main concern for her going there. Her concern was not to go there to meet Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Who is Mr. KG associated with?
KG was a manager. Remember, I told you he was a manager for different acts. He was a manager for R. Kelly. He was also manager for Frankie Beverly and Mays. He was a manager for other artists too. So
you wasn't going for all them people. Y'all was going for R. Kelly.
He was manager for different acts. So when he asked me,
they pissing me
when I went to the hotel, I asked him for 3 tickets. He said, "Oh man, I only have 2." So when we're talking about tickets, we're not talking about. If we're talking about tickets, he shouldn't give me a ticket to go see R. Kelly. A ticket is to go see the show. You follow me? So if you got only 2 tickets, it's there to see the show, not to see R. Kelly. Because if you were going to see R. Kelly, they wouldn't have to have tickets. Well, I would have went with him. You follow me? Okay. So he gave me 2 tickets to go see a show, not to go see R. Kelly. So when he got back in the car,
hopefully they on point.
He trickery and said, "Hey, did you get the number?" So it was already planned on their end to see these girls. You follow me?
Yes. Okay. So, and at that point, your wife, you said, called R. Kelly, right?
No, I said my wife called Cheryl Matt, which is London on the Tracks mom, which is his actual set up all the arrangements to go see him on the West Coast.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So, all right. So how did she initially meet up with R. Kelly then?
That's what I just told you.
The third part. How did
she was in school.
She went to school. So she was already out of your household when she met him?
No, when she actually went to the show.
You gotta get it right. You gotta get it right.
My wife, that's when the initial meeting met. Okay. Invited them out there on the West Coast, my wife and her.
You was into that. So you was continuing with that story. So you was saying about the waiting in the room 2 hours and stuff like that.
Did you see her? Did you see her? Did you see her? Oh my God, this some real couple shit. She gave him that look. Like, nigga, let him answer this fucking question. Don't try to help him.
It's like doubling. I don't know if y'all getting that or not.
We hear it on your end.
Yeah,
we hear it on your end.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Ask the question and I'll pause.
Who invited y'all to the West? And you said who invited y'all out? The wife and the daughter to the West Coast.
R. Kelly's manager, which is Cheryl Mack, called us and scheduled them to come out to see on the West Coast. Wife and Joycelyn.
And it's your background, and they was going to meet who on the West Coast? They was meet R. Kelly?
Right, exactly.
So that's what I'm trying.
That's what initial meeting happened, right?
That's what I'm trying to say. Knowing this being passed,
right?
Why would y'all even want to meet up with him?
Ooh, she's asking all the right questions, man. She's asking all the right questions. Do y'all hear me? She's asking all the right questions. Like, come on, man. Make this make sense.
Let me tell you this. They was there to meet R. Kelly because of the fact that R. Kelly has met with multiple artists. Far as what KG was trying to put together, what Sony was trying to put things together with R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly was going to be the actual writer for Jocelyn and actually going to produce music for Jocelyn, which I have content to show after that incident with my wife and Jocelyn and R. Kelly. He was telling her what she need to work on or what she need to do, or her stamina, build her stamina up. Now, remember, I wasn't there. My wife was there, but the whole time, from my wife's perspective, that her and Jocelyn was in the same room at the same time.
Have y'all heard of Aaliyah? Like, this was a...
That's why I believe the wife and R. Kelly had something going on, because she wasn't paying her daughter no fucking mind. And as a man, why your wife didn't stay home with the fucking kids and you went to be your daughter protector? Not saying a mother can't be a protector, because we can. But if it's still other priorities at home, why not the wife stay at home? Because the wife wanted to meet them too. Okay? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
The same thing that was happening with Aaliyah, like he was supposed to have been her producer, working with her and everything, and he wound up marrying her as a minor and everything.
Way before all this, and that was way before 08.
I heard that. I was a young guy.
See, you heard all this.
So that didn't bother y'all at all, knowing his background, even with
now,
that?
You got to remember again what I just told you earlier. They was there for a professional meeting. That's all it was set up for her to have him to write for her. My daughter has never been by herself with no artist. My wife or I has always been present at any time she met with any artist.
But what my wife is trying to say, I got what she's saying, like, as far as if y'all knew the man's history, why even engage with business with this person after he's showing these...
Well, tell me this. I'm glad you asked that. Why would any artist engage with him? Why would Mary J engage with him?
What does that got to do with your daughter? You're blaming... Sorry, y'all.
Because it's about music.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have to say this because I have to be on point.
About something being said.
No, I have to wait. No. I will take it back if y'all want me to. But what I'm saying is, oh my gosh, make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Actually,
they're not bringing their child, because he don't want a grown woman. He want a child.
You're sadly mistaken right there, because he has messed with not only women, men, kids. It didn't matter what age they were.
Was he there when he was messing with men, women, and kids? He going off of what he felt like was going through with his daughter. And that's the problem. And it's like, if your daughter had a phone, how is she a victim? She could have up and left at any time. That means y'all didn't raise her right. It still falls on the parents. Lock the parents up.
True. Okay.
So don't just say he just want to mess
Y'all
with
gotta understand now, because I'm just going off of, there's a lot going on where people is really lying. Girls, men, people is lying. And I feel like they need to put a law in for the people that lies and take people down for something they did not commit or they did not do. Not me saying that some of the things that he said, okay, maybe. It's not all on R. Kelly though. The parents. Come on, man.
He's want to mess with anything he can get his hands on, whether it's a man, woman, child, kid, or whether he was bisexual or not. He would mess with any person he wants to at the time that he can get his hands on. He's a predator.
How do you know that?
You have to remember.
Okay, so
and I'm sorry it's doubling, so that's the reason why I have to pause to try to hear your question.
Can you go ahead?
No, I wanted to.
No, go ahead. You can ask him.
No, I was going to tell him to continue the story. Once
Yeah,
I wanted to find out, finishing the story about once y'all got your wife got to Cali with your daughter, and continue on from there.
Well, when my wife got
he
when my
is
wife got
trash,
to
yo.
Cali, and I'm gonna take these headsets off because of Dublin.
Lock the parents
wife got
up
to Cali,
too.
It was around about, I would say, about 2 something from my knowledge. I don't know the whole story.
From your
because I
knowledge,
wasn't there.
let's stop it there. Because I really do feel like they was not messing around. And I feel like the wife felt like it was a meal ticket for her too. And she claiming, oh, Jocelyn was with her at all times. No, dog. She was the one out there trying to get R. Kelly. Claiming that they did not go to that damn place for R. Kelly because it was other ex there. But y'all got the number from somebody that's associated with R. Kelly. So y'all went there for R. Kelly. You stayed home with your kids while your wife went with her. No, you should have went. If y'all had other kids to take care of, lock the parents up too.
My other daughter here, both my other daughters here, which I had to watch. So that's the reason why I didn't go. Okay. So my wife had went there, and sure Mac had planned a professional trip. It wasn't no hanky panky. My wife was there with Jocelyn the whole time, and they had went backstage. My wife said it was kind of hot in the room because he always keep the room hot due to the temperature in his voice. He always has his voice has to be hot for some reason. So what? I asked my wife, I said, did he have on, what colors did he have on? Black and white. She said, he had on black and white. I said, did you pray with him? Because I wanted her to pray with him. At the end of the day, because everybody, I'm going to pray for man.
It's killing
and for
me,
one
man.
thing, I had asked her to do that. She said, no, I didn't pray with him, but we had a long conversation. And
the wife, she was in it. I'm trying to tell you. Let's
some
finish.
Other people to come back from London that was in the back, or some that was overseas that came back with them also. So after, I would say they was back there about 2 hours, or hour and 30 minutes or something like that with Jocelyn and her. Never left their side. They left there and went back to the hotel room. When they got back to Georgia, my wife told me what had happened. And I said he's supposed to set up a meeting with me, her, Jocelyn, and Sony, and R. Kelly at the same time here in Georgia. That meeting never occurred. At that point in time, I told Jocelyn she needs to concentrate on school and leave this music thing alone. Period. Just that simple.
Let me shut up.
So it did. So that whole deal did. So when she went to the West Coast, that whole deal didn't work out, and y'all had no knowledge of why.
Well, we never remember what I told you again. Listen to what I said. When they came back here, we were supposed to set up a meeting with R. Kelly. Remember, I told you I never met the man physically. So they supposed to have a meeting here in Georgia about a month later. That meeting never happened.
Make it make
between
sense.
Me, R. Kelly, Jocelyn.
There are so many reasons that people love to play Candy Crush. If you haven't tried Candy Crush yet, download the game.
Skip it. Weird. You didn't even let me skip it. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to skip it. 3 seconds. 1 second.
Between me, R. Kelly, Jocelyn, Sony, nobody.
Did they give you a reason? Did they give you a reason why?
Remember what I just said. No contact was made between me, Jocelyn, Sony, or R. Kelly. And I say that because when I told Jocelyn when the meeting was supposed to went down and it didn't happen, I said, you need to leave this music alone. As you know, anytime in any type of business transaction or business event that you're doing, if somebody can't contact you, maybe he was busy, I don't know. But if they can't contact you and tell you, hey, we need to reschedule or we need to do something else, then you need to cut ties. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. If somebody came in my store and I said, I'm going to meet with them at this certain time and they don't show up for the business meeting or don't give me a reason why they're not want to meet with me, that's fine. We just cut ties and move forward. And we'll go some other direction. And that's what I told Jocelyn. I said, you're at an age now, you need to be concentrating on going to school and getting your degree. I said, go to school and move forward.
So okay, so if the deal was off, she's supposed to go to school and move forward. How did she end up with R. Kelly?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Behind the scenes, if you look at and listen to any YouTuber, they had been contacting each other. Besides me and my wife's knowledge, we didn't have no knowledge.
But how if
She told
your
us
back he just said his wife was with her at all times. So how was he able to contact your wife? Make it make sense. I mean, contact Jocelyn. If your wife was with her at all times and she was the protector for her while she was out there, and the deal ain't even go on. So how you just said the deal ain't go on. So how was he contacting her? No, come on, this make it make sense.
He said, I'm going to visit her friend up at Georgia State for the weekend to visit the college because we told her to get ready to start going to school. She would go up there to the college. I'm take the speaker thing off. She would go up there to the college, and when she gets up there, she would send us pictures like she on the dorm. But at the whole time, she's not even on the dorm. Matter of fact, she's at a concert in Ohio. And the actual person that took her to the concert was the person that was writing for her music, which was Tone, which is a music producer, which me and my wife had no knowledge of this.
Lock the parents up.
So when they got there, when Jocelyn got to the place up in Oklahoma City, and she got to the hotel, because R. Kelly flew her up there, we thinking that she's in Georgia, at a college up here, she's in Oklahoma City. So when he got up to the whatever room they was in, he had her to model for her with no clothes on, but just a bra and panties, and told her to model. He said,
make it make fucking sense, okay? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How did she get back in contact with him if the mother was with her at all times? Make it make sense. Just out here trying to get it. Like, share, and subscribe. Make it make sense. Lock the parents up.
Go model for me and come back. When she turned around in the hotel room, came back, he pushed her on the bed and basically raped her. And when she got through, let me finish. When she got through, he started trying to say, what happened and this and that. Because when she came back to Atlanta and she talked to Tone, she was in tears. She was crying. She didn't know what to do. She didn't even know if she needed to tell her dad. And Tone, her music producer, and her other friends that was there told, no, don't say nothing to your parents. Don't do anything. So he would call her and try to comfort her and act and check on her and make sure she was fine.
Like, share, and subscribe,
so at
y'all.
this point,
this
Tone called me, like it happened like 4 weeks after that. Tone called me. I'm sitting on the couch, just like I'm sitting right now. My wife's sitting on the other end of the couch over there. And Tone comes and said, Miss Savage, I need to talk to you. I said, what you need to talk to me about? He said, something is going on with your daughter. I said, what you mean, man? He said, you need to come see me. So when I get over to Tone's house, I get there, and he opened up the door. It's 4 people sitting at a table. He asking me, well, I need for you to sign this so you won't, do. I said, man, whatever. I don't care what you need me to sign. Just let me sign. I said, so tell me what's going on. He said, man, your daughter is seeing R. Kelly. I said, what? He said, the tape. She had Tone taping the conversation because she was afraid to whatever was going on. From my knowledge, from what Tone was telling me. That's how Tone told me what had happened in Oklahoma City. He said, your daughter was afraid, and your daughter was just going through a lot. She was doing the most. She was doing everything. She was trying to get herself together. She didn't know she was going to tell you or tell her. So we felt, as a group of people, we need to let you know what's going on with your daughter because we were afraid for whatever was going on with her life at this point. So I said, where's my daughter at now? He said, your daughter.
Keep in mind, y'all, he said his daughter did not have no phone and they was not letting him contact his daughter. But he just said his daughter was in college and she went to go meet up with him. Come on, man. Make it make
actually
sense.
Coming home right now. So I went home After I left Tone House, told my wife, I said, look, I need to talk to you. I took my wife to Applebee's. And she said, what's wrong, baby? I said, well, let me tell you something. Hold on, let me finish.
Hold on.
I got these headsets, so I want to tell what's going on.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
what did you sign without reading?
It was some confidentiality that I wouldn't share this information with nobody. This is my daughter. At the end of the day, I signed whatever.
So you went in there and signed a paper. I don't give a damn. I'm going to go see my daughter anyway. I'm going to get my daughter anyway. I'm going to be where my daughter at anyway. Why are you going to sign a paper when you already was able to get in contact with your daughter because she had a phone and she was in college? Make it make sense, man.
See what's going on with my kid. I don't care what it was. I didn't even read it. I said, outside, tell me what's going on.
Go to Azrael page. That body R. Kelly paid off. She's looking very well with it, okay? She don't look like no victim to me, baby. She got her money's worth.
At this point, I'm mad. So we got there, and I told my wife, I said, I need to talk to you. I just go out to Applebee's, because she was like, what's going on? I said, I need to talk to you. So I said, look, my daughter, your daughter, is messing with R. Kelly. Boy, my wife was so mad. She was furious behind it. She wanted to hurt him, put it that way. And I told her, I said, it's all right, baby. I said, let's just pray about this. And I said, when Joyce's here, we're going to have a conversation with her. And let me tell you, when she got here, I had a conversation with her. And it wasn't a pleasant conversation.
So how did you wait until she got there? If she had a phone, she was in college, and you was able to contact her. Make it make sense, please, man.
And so at that point, we went from there.
Shout outs to the couples hour,
because
they asked some good questions.
With the video with the bat.
They definitely did.
That's how all that came
some real
about.
parents
He
questions.
Let me talk to my daughter. We did a video that was online. We tried to talk to her, trying to convince her to leave this situation alone because her roommate had started telling us stuff also. So I was like, man, we need to have an intervention. The intervention tape. Y'all seen the intervention tape? So when you seen the intervention tape, that's the last time I talked to my daughter of December of 2016. And I tried to talk to her. Man, I had a pastor over there. I had more than one person, more than 3 or 4 people there to try to convince her that this wasn't a good idea for her, what she was doing. So she said, Daddy, just take me back to the dorm. My wife, I said, no, I really want to keep her here. And so we can call the police the next morning, be honest with you.
Make it make sense.
We end up.
Real quick.
Say something?
Yeah, for that the intervention tape.
Like, share, and subscribe, y'all, please.
Why was that being recorded? Especially,
you know what? I don't even know why it was being recorded. Let me tell you honest truth, because something just happened. We wasn't even planning on putting that video out.
You did not know why
it went to TMZ and started saying, Daddy, you knew, and this and that. I said, no. I said, me and my wife said, we need to put this intervention tape out because you need to know that we ain't no jack. So he was planning to tell her. See, all these things started with him putting things out. They was the first people to go to TMZ. He put my daughter on TMZ. After we did the interview on in July the 17th of 2017.
They went to TMZ. I mean, the daughter was on TMZ because the parents was coming out making it seem like she was such a victim and she was being molested and R. Kelly had her captured and everything else. That's why I felt like his daughter went on TMZ. That was after they did that damn recording of her and them saying what they were saying to her and making it seem like, no, it was them. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man.
We went in front of his house. Do you remember that? And we went there, and then I was guess 5 to 6 hours later, my daughter was in front of TMZ saying, Daddy, you knew this, Daddy, you knew that. I said, baby, I'm going to pray for you. If you go back and look at the video, you'll see me saying that. Baby, I'm going to pray for you. And so then I put the intervention tape out so people know what had started and what was occurring.
No, that tape came out before.
Because I had to take there.
being that Joycelyn had two parents, this why I asked you, like, in the beginning, like, what was your background and everything, because I'm a little confused, because being that she had two parents in the household, and it seems like you a loving father, you know, I spoke to you with the phone, you want your daughter home, I hear the compassion in your voice and everything. What do you think went wrong that she felt like she couldn't trust her parents enough to talk to y'all and let y'all know what she was doing?
I felt that she knew I would be mad, first of all. And me as a dad, how much I love her, she would disappoint me as a father, or disappoint me as a daughter also. So she wouldn't want to tell her parents what was going on. So that's one of the things, because I said me and my daughter always had a bond. I'm a father that's been in my daughter's life since the day she was born. I'm the parent that went in there and bought everything you can imagine just so my daughter could have. My daughter had her own clothing store. She had every material thing that she wanted, so it wasn't never about materialistic things. So when I tell you that she was embarrassed, that's the only thing I can think of, because like I said, we never abused our kids. I can count on my hand how many times I whooped them. We always gave them the world. We loved them. And me and my wife been together since 11th grade. So we always want to be there with our kids. So I think that she was just embarrassed. That's the only thing I can think of.
Make it make sense.
Who is Mr. Mason? And how, like,
well,
how
I cannot talk about Mr. Mason because we was in court and he went to jail behind that, so I can't really talk about Mr. Mason.
Okay.
That's something the court we have agreed upon.
Okay.
And R. Kelly went to court and he went to jail for it too.
All right. Thinking back of everything that happened, as a parent, do you see, like, is there anything that you regret that you wish that you would have had did differently? Because
absolutely.
You never like met R. Kelly. Why did you let the mother do all the work and you are the man?
Oh my God! If y'all run, that's why I said I fucks with them, because they is really asking some serious questions. I just said this all through this video. When he sat there and said his wife and Jocelyn went to the thing, he stayed home because they had other kids. Why are you still home and you should have been with her? Protecting her, making sure she was doing the right stuff. The mom.
History.
You got to remember, my wife met him on the West Coast. I had two other girls here that I have to raise, right? I had a store that I was going to get ready to close, this particular store here.
Sense, man. I gotta smoke, y'all. I'm sorry.
There was a time that they had to go out on the West Coast. I had a 9-year-old that was going back and forth to school. Then I had another daughter that was 15 that was going back and forth to high school. At the time that they went out on the West Coast, only Joycelyn and Jonathan would be able to go, because also I had a physical job as well. So that's the reason why I couldn't go on the West Coast, or otherwise I would have been there.
Okay. So now almost all the girls are
like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Just out here trying to get it like everybody else.
Correct.
I ain't coming with lies. I'm coming with facts.
That I know of that knowledge.
Okay.
Why? Hold on. Let's retract that. Because a lot of people just think that the people that was on the Lifetime video or was the Lifetime documentary was the only girls. It's hundreds of women that was out there.
Y'all went out and paid.
We, as the Savages, has talked to on the phone. That we have introduced them to talk to the FBI, and that we have paid for tickets for people to come from bus loads from other places.
Sounds like they older than me.
To the FBI. You know what they do? They turn around because they're afraid. So when I tell you, it's not just the people that was in Surviving R. Kelly was a part of this. It's hundreds of women that he has abused. And I don't know about little kids, how many other kids, but you know what? All that played out in court. So that's facts that happened.
No.
So, all right, back to what I was going to say. Why do you think that your daughter don't want to come back?
She's embarrassed right now.
What?
I think that she's embarrassed. She's afraid. I think that people are still in her ear. And, you know, one thing about that is, you know, when you're brainwashed, to think things when you get the facts in front of you, and she knows the facts, but she still got that people that's brainwashing her right now. That's where the problem comes in at. Because when people can tell you certain things to get in your mind,
Look at her
try
face.
to
You can
trigger
tell
and
she don't
change your
believe that
mindset,
shit.
that's what the problem is. But when the fact speaks for itself, it's facts. The facts is that I never met Robert Sylvester Kelly. My wife never left my daughter's side when she was on the West Coast. Never.
So how was she able to get his number while she was in college? If at first they gave the number and y'all in the meeting did not work out right. Come on, rerun this back. It's about 20 more minutes left in this video. I'm gonna let y'all go to their page. Their page is the couple hour. They the one that interview him. I'm just coming on here to do my reaction to the bull crap. R. Kelly is appealing for his trial that he had in New York. He's trying to appeal that. I think he is appealing that. I think he's looking forward to appealing that. Yeah, I say lock R. Kelly up, but I say lock the fucking parents up too. Let's speak facts. We all knew these damn girls that went to school and left out at the side goddamn door to go with these old ass men. Okay? Fast ass girls. We all know these parents that want to have their kids get a check. So they use their kids to try to get that check. Okay? Just out here trying to get it. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll come back with some more. Holla at y'all.